Okay, I'm sitting here, silence. Alyssa, I was just looking to see if you emailed me. I'm back on live, they've gone out for their lunch. I'm not going to be taking on more and more readings. I have 3 readings I've got to do for Chris. I've got 2 for her and 1 for Rosalie. So what we're going to do is we've got yours first, Alyssa. I think you were first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were first. So we've got Alyssa with your mini plus. So ask a question there. Just let me get my glasses on. So we're doing yours, then we're doing Chris, then we're doing Rosalie, Rosie, she calls herself, and then Chris again. Okay, so we'll do Shannon, Larry, and then Rosalie wants to know, get Joel. Okay, so we'll do it that way. If someone like, if James gets online and wants his double mini, I should be able to do it, but I want to get these ones done first. So everything's on pause until we get these. Okay, so your questions is there anything I need to know concerning Fernando and I? Challenges, good energy, hopefully. Also will be communicating with me soon, thank you. All right, so we're just looking general messages about you and this Fernando. What do you need to know? Where's this thing going with him? Okay, now this is a mini plus. So what I'm going to do is set the normal reading time, and then I'm going to set it again for an extra 3 minutes or whatever, just to help out. At the end of this, instead of giving you 1 yes and no, I'll give you 2 yes and no's plus just a general 3-card reading, okay? Actually, I'll get them ready now. Get them ready now. So I want you to think about something. Let me just check if these, no, they're all right. Yeah, donations all on pause. Thank you so much for helping out. I always get somebody that can come in and help. I have no idea what's happening with Nina. I haven't heard from her. The last thing I got from her was pictures of something she was cooking on Sunday. That's another reason I wanted you on WhatsApp, so we can communicate backwards and forwards when I'm not online, if you want to. All right. So this is for your questions at the end of the reading. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, so that's question 1. Question 2. And then from the middle, just 3 cards just to add some flavour to your reading. All right. Okay, so you want to know, what do you need to know, like what's happening about anything you need to know concerning Fernando. Okay, so we'll set it for the normal time and then we'll put the other timer on just to give you a bit extra to say thank you. All right, Alyssa wants to know, what messages does she need to hear about this whole connection with Fernando? What's going down here with Fernando? I'm going to look at your challenge area. I think it's best I do it in that way. So the challenges, what's coming and what the outcome will be. Challenges, what's coming, what the outcome will be. Bottom of the deck. It's a bit weird. Okay, some of these cards are upright, some of them are not. Alright, so the challenges with Fernando is fear of third party. So I don't know if sometimes when you don't hear from him, you're worried that he's with somebody else. It can be a two-way street though. It can be where he's worried that if he doesn't turn up or if he leaves you alone for too long, that somebody else is going to come along. So part of the problem about Fernando and the connection is this fear about that there's something else going on in the background. Other than that, it's just showing as long as you make structured planning about what you want from him. So when you are with him, you know, if you have your disagreements, you have disagreements. You're human, it's normal. But this is telling me that you need to structure and put forward what it is you're wanting with him. Sixes is responsibilities. Who's responsible for things? Is it his fault if you're sitting around at home waiting for him to connect with you, like you're waiting for a phone call or something? Or should you pick up the phone and say, hey Fernando, I was thinking about you, what are you doing? You know, like, so whose responsibility is it to reach out? You know, if somebody's reaching out constantly and the other person's just dragging along, why is it that person's responsibility to do that? But I'm seeing some good things here. In your challenge area, I just see this fear or things not working out, somebody shutting somebody out. It can be, that card can represent where you feel at times that Fernando's got something going on, something with his work or whatever, but you just wish he would tell you. He doesn't tell you. I do feel that things will get better between you and Fernando as long as you put some kind of rules in place. You know, like, okay, Fernando, if we see each other on Friday and then it's Thursday, we haven't seen each other, I haven't heard from you, at least send me a text saying, hey, I've been really busy, I'll catch up with you whenever. I'd like to make a plan where we're going to see each other once a week. I'd like us to talk openly about what we want, what we don't want, you know. So what's coming towards you in regards to Fernando? A bit of anger. This can be arguments, it can be feeling like things are just not working, but then things turn around and the two of you are side by side showing up as the same people, and we've got all of this love and wanting something long-term commitment. So it's up and down energy. We do have a bit of this energy of feeling left out or feeling like things don't gel, and then it feels really good again. Your outcomes are up and down as well. Your outcomes are just showing me going out socializing together, making plans for the future together, but there's a lot of times where you're feeling like you're being left out by him. You're also sometimes getting up in your head thinking that there's something going on in the background with him. That, oh, he's not talking to me, he hasn't talked to me all week. What if he's talking to somebody else? What if he's got some other girlfriend? What, you know, this is a lot of what if going on your part. There is something hidden from both of you. It's like when you get together, you don't talk about what you need to talk about sometimes. But this is showing you there's a good plan coming up, possible movement towards each other. All right, as promised, I'll just set this clock for extra timing. Let's get on to these before we look at those. So this was first question. I want you to focus on something, Alyssa. Hey there, Chris, you're up next. Chris, I'm not actually taking on more donations at the moment. I just want to get you and Alyssa's thing done. Then I'll look at the clock, and if I've still got time, which I don't think I will have at this point, because I'm going to be finishing up after 2, so it'll be too late. Anyway, Alyssa, think of a yes and no. You've got maybe, no, and yes. So this is a maybe situation. You need to have the courage, you need to fight, you need to stand up for what's right, you need to speak up. You also have fearing that somebody else is cheating, fearing that you're not taking the opportunities when they present themselves, fearing like wanting something else or doing something else. You also have fights and things coming up, feeling disappointed in somebody, feeling disappointed with a lover, with a friendship, with how things are going. You're just feeling like, yeah, this is not going the way I thought. Your second question for this reading, we have a no, a yes, and a no. Is Rocky here? I didn't tell Rocky I was going online. I told her I'd do her yes and no when I got back online. She probably doesn't even know I'm online. If Rocky turns up, I'll do her question. She paid for a $2 question. You've got no, yes, and no. The no, one of the no's is in reverse, so that's a maybe. So you've got maybe, yes, and no. All right. So your messages around your second situation or your question, you need to have a reality check. What is real? What is stuff that you're thinking up in your head that might be, but they might not be? So you need to have a reality check here with what you're thinking about. You need to focus on what's positive about things and get away from the negative side of things. There's a lot of stuff where you make your own self feel helpless in a situation or frustration in a situation because you're doing it to yourself. You're letting yourself stay up at night. You're letting stuff consume you, okay? And trust me, I know what that's like. I can have something in my head and I cannot let it drop, and I will stay awake. I'll stay awake. And luckily for me, I have medication from the doctor for nights like that. All right, now this is just other information you might need to hear about your situation with him. You have pleasure, going out together, excitement, possible socializing with each other. You possibly have a celebration and something more stable coming up, but you also have time where you need to leave him alone. You need to let him have his space, have his time alone. And trust me again on that one, I know how it is to just want to be in somebody's path constantly, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Okay, so we're doing, instead of doing your questions now at the end of this reading, what we're doing now is the rest of the reading from here. So this is just final messages for your reading today, Alyssa, and thank you again. Rocky's well, but she emailed the question. Okay, let me check the email. I don't think I've ever got an email from Rocky. I might be wrong. Okay, so this is the final part of your reading about what you need to know. Have confidence in yourself. If it's not Fernando, you've got options. You've got other people there. That's not what you want to hear, but that's what I'm seeing there. There it is. Okay. She paid for a yes or no. The question is the bad neighbour going to lose their job or something? I didn't see them go to work. Okay. Rocky, you're there. Okay, yeah, so we'll get onto that straight after this, and then we're on to Chris with her. I've got 3 readings ahead. Chris, I'm going to do my best. I don't know what time my husband's coming out of that doorway. Usually it's 3 o'clock. If it's 3 o'clock, I've got plenty of time. If it's 2 o'clock, I haven't got much time. So I'm going to keep my eyes glued to what's going on over there in case the woman coming in to pick up her son. As soon as I see her turn up, I know that I'm going to be finishing up. All right, so last messages for you about this is you need to get your confidence back. You need to trust in yourself. You need to know that there's other options, not just this whole Fernando thing that's been going on. You need to sometimes let your emotions drop. You're getting too high with the emotions about everything. You're making a mountain out of a molehill sometimes. That's what I'm seeing here. You also got pissed off energy and frustration energy, and you need to be pulling the walls down around things. You need to stop putting this barrier up or get through to Fernando. Bottom of the deck, your last messages, you're stronger and you don't know how wonderful you are. You've got the Empress there. If it's not him, somebody wants to take you by the hand. You do have something coming to a closure. You've got the Death card here. And the other thing is something getting stronger. So hopefully it's a final end to the wishy-washy energy with you and Fernando, and something strong's coming in. Anyway, thank you so much for helping today. Talking as fast as I can. Rocky, we're going to use these for you. And then Chris, we're up with your first reading is going to be, now did you ask about the month around Shannon? Was it for the month ahead, or was it just general? What did you ask? An update on Shannon in February, and then Rosalie's reading about getting a job. Is she going to be getting a job? And then back to you about that. I'll try my best. Hopefully we're here so I can get this finished. All right, Rocky, you're up next with this $2 question. Thank you. And here we go. Rocky wants to know, what's going on with the neighbour? Has this neighbour lost their job? I'm not going to have they lost the job or what's going on. I'm just, have they lost the job? Yes or no? Has the bad neighbours living near Rocky, has this person lost their job because she hasn't seen them leave for work? What's going on with them financially or work-wise? What's going on with the bad neighbours? Have they lost the job? top and bottom messages, we've got yes, no, no. Okay, it looks like they're looking at something else. They're wasteful, they've had a loss of money, and there's some sort of bad news that's been going on. So maybe they've had a loss of some kind, maybe somebody died or something, and they just can't go to work. And maybe this card can represent somebody that's not well. So maybe that's why they haven't been going to work. The answer to the question, have they lost the job? No, it doesn't look like they have. It looks like there's something going on with their health. There's something about coming back out and rejoining the world. So I'd say that's coming back out of their apartment and going back to work. So I think maybe they've been unwell, something like that. And we do have the death card here. There's been some sort of change, some sort of unexpected upheaval going on with them. And bottom of the deck, final messages on the neighbour next door. Doing anything for money, so that would be working. There's been some sort of missed opportunity, something out of their own control, and there's been fights and things going on, disharmony going on within their family or their relationships. So it doesn't show me that they've lost their job, it shows me that there's been personal matters and possible illness going on there, Rocky. So maybe that's all it is. But I'm getting a no, that they have not lost the job. All right, up next we have the reading about February update on Shannon. So we're going to start with that one. Okay, here we go. And I thought that was a good idea to do Shannon, Rosie, and then into the next one. All right. So Shannon. Show me Shannon in February, his connection with Crystal. What's going to happen? What's the actions? What's going on? Shannon and Crystal in February. What's Shannon going to be up to in February with Crystal? What's Shannon want to do? Okay, I'm putting his name. I'm liking that. Wowza. Now we do the 555. Okay, what's Shannon's actions in February towards you? The love boat. This is socializing, this is making plans, wishful thinking. He does need to grow up though. It can be where he's acting a bit sharp sometimes or a bit odd. But the two of you are showing up like two peas in a pod. So I do feel he wants to do some things with you or whatever. He is hiding something here. This can be where somebody's angry, disappointed, depressed, or just generally just not speaking about something. He has some surprise here. This is normally where somebody wants to be in a solid relationship. They want to move forward. If this was a job, this would be him leaving a job, starting a new job. It's all what he wished for, and this is him signing a contract for the next 10 years. But we're looking at the relationship, the connection with you two. This is a nice connection. There is something secret here, but there is something he's hiding or something yous are both not talking about. There is a nice surprise coming up. This can be an engagement, not an engagement ring, but an engagement. Crystal, I want you to get on a plane with me and we're going to Spain for a week. Stuff like that. So I feel there's some nice surprise coming up with the two of you together. The challenges with Shannon in February, or you and Shannon, another man, him worried that you're up to no good. He's basically worried that he hasn't got you, because this is where you're going behind the scenes, you're meeting with other people, you're doing other things, you're talking to somebody else. And I feel this is him sitting here and he's worried that what's going on. So a challenge for him in February is knowing whether you're with him or you're without him, or whether you're talking to somebody else or whatever. It also can be, because this is your reading, that you're getting challenged by another energy here, because I don't feel this is Shannon, this King of Swords, King of Spades. Bottom of the deck is something working in his favour. So something he's planning with you, and it's the right thing to do. It's very nice energy. Now, coming up towards you and Shannon, what the actions might be, what might be happening here, we do have something to do with business talks here, because this is all about exchange of money, working hard, making a plan. If we look at it in regards to love, we got the two kings that both represent love and affection, but also being there long term. Again, we're seeing on Shannon's point of view, this 3 here. He wants to know, is it only him or somebody else? Because you've got a black 3 between 2 kings. So in a relationship, I'd say that if I was doing a relationship reading on you and I didn't know who I was looking at, I'd say, who are these 2 kings? We got 2 energies here, and we got somebody feeling betrayed by this, and being I'm reading for a female, and I've got 2 males here, I'd have to say that the female has somebody, 2 energies around her. Now, one of them, very loving, very secure and that, but sometimes makes the wrong decisions. The other one talks about the future, but the link there is broken. So there's a few ways of looking at what's coming. I'd like to say that this is you and him. You're seeing 2 sides of Shannon. You're seeing the strong, stable guy, the person that's going to be there, that's always been there, and you're also seeing this very, very loving, affectionate, comforting kind of Shannon. There is a frustration there. I think it's on his part. He wants to know, but he doesn't want to know. Your outcome is amazing with Shannon for February. We have the travel card, the fun card, the enjoyment card. We have making the right choices together. We have planning to go on a journey with each other, deeper into something with each other. We have talking the truth, and we have you feeling very strong and solid on what's going on here. I'm seeing nice things with Shannon. I do see he has a fear in his belly. You're an attractive woman, you're a much sought after woman. I mean, not mentioning names, but there's more than one energy that would be more than happy to be by your side, and he knows it. I'm liking the outcome here, Crystal. The outcome's looking very, very nice between you and him. There is this offer of something solid, but then there's also this offer of let's have fun. Let's have fun. Anyway, let's see, before I set this for the second part. What I'm doing is setting 7 minutes, then 3 minutes, and then we should be finished for the 10-minute reading. All right. And it just helps me keep on target with where I'm going. That's what I've been doing the last couple of readings. That's what I've been doing now. All right, these cards need to come out. You and Shannon, where's it going? Oh, the cards are upside down. All right. All right. It's sink or swim in February with Shannon. So I feel that there's going to be a breaking point. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and you are the one that the choice is coming towards. So you're saying, this is how it's got to be for me, Shannon. This is what is acceptable, this is not acceptable. Let me just set it for that last 3. Oh, that's all right, it's got 4. 1 minute extra is not going to kill me. Something that's over is not over. Something that you bring it to the forefront. You've got Tower, Queen of Swords, Death in reverse. Now it could be just your energy in the center here. You're casting off, you're jumping in. You're jumping into what's tough, what's hard, and you're asking the hard questions. And you're wanting the answers. And you're deciding what's staying and what's going, what's finished, what's not. Okay, Shannon he desires you in a big way. His emotions are all over the place. They're up and down. He desires you. We got cards of desire. We got you showing up as the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Empress. Now, it could mean that there's lots of other female energy around him. He knows that you've got desires, but he knows that he's desired as well. But I'm not feeling that because I'm asking specifically how he feels about you and what's going to happen in February. I feel sometimes he's going to have a lot of fun. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're the only woman in his existence in front of him. Other times you're going to be like, oh my God, what's going on now? What are you thinking about, Shannon? Like, what's going on in your head? Just let's calm down. Let's talk about this. What else have we got? We've got the Lovers in reverse. No, hang on. This deck is got some things flipped over. I need to get that card out for you because it's telling you we've got the Moon flipped over here. Okay, now that would have come out that way. So some secrets are coming out from you and Shannon. The lover thing, you're connected. You can't fight it, you're connected. Forever you're going to be connected to him. There is a new beginning, but the timing is off for some reason. There's some sort of timing thing going on here. And I do feel that your healthy, beautiful, strong self is going to be going through a healing phase. It could be a physical healing coming up, and it kind of puts a little dampener on the love thing happening. So let me just get some clarification on the Lovers in reverse, the Tower, the Death in reverse. I just want some clarification here. Show me clarification about the Tower. Making a strong, firm decision. Wow. So Tower's a good Tower. The Tower got the King of Swords jump out with that, the connection. So this is a good Tower that's coming towards you. This is like, wow, I didn't think you had it in you. So I like this. I like this energy. So the Tower is nice. Nice energy. Show me the Lovers in reverse. Okay. That's a plan that doesn't go ahead. Okay, so that's Lovers in reverse. So what's this one dropped out? Okay. So something, a bit of a disappointment. So something he's planning with you, or something, it's something else steps in. So it could be work, it could be your health. Something changes the plan. So there's a disappointment there at the moment because it looks like he wanted the lovers thing. He wanted to embrace you, wanted to go on a journey. Why is it in reverse? Because we have a plan that didn't go ahead, it's in reverse, and we have Seven of Swords, which turns into not cheating or lying, but it turns into some kind of frustration or disappointment going on. It's also going in a direction that he didn't think of. Let's have a look about this page in reverse down here. Why is a page in reverse with Shannon and his actions? Okay, these two flipped. Ooh. Instead of offering you a little bit, he wants to offer you the golden egg. This is somebody that wants to have something set in stone. He wants to know the answer and he wants to know it now. And he wants you to listen, or you're wanting him to listen. So I feel that that's why that offer of starting something is on hold or whatever. And lastly, let's get the Death in reverse. More information why Shannon's moves through February. You've got Death in reverse. Could just be the star sign. Scorpio not being Scorpio, not being themselves. Okay, did you notice nothing jumped out just then? Okay, this is remorse, sadness, reconnection and everything. So the Death, something's not over. It's got the Union. It's got the Four of Wands, making the commitment. So there's a commitment there coming out. Doesn't really make sense, these two, because this is like, let's do this, let's reunite, let's take this to the next level, is clarifying a Death in reverse. Anyway, that's what we get, Crystal. Hopefully that's crystal clear and not clear as mud. Anyway, that's what we've got about Shannon and moving forward. So just to finish off this reading, we'll give you 3 of these. Show me Shannon's moves and actions with Crystal in February. What else does she need to know? Ooh, Well, we got 4 dropped out. Finding your path, learning from the past, romance, sexual energy, passion, desire, and celebration. Nice energy. It's like he's on an agenda. This is trying to get you on the right track with him. He says, I've learned, I'm growing, I know what I'm doing. This is the passion and the sexual desire, and this is going out together. I like it. All right, just to finish off that reading, we'll do yes and no with these. How are we going for time? It's 2 o'clock at the moment. I haven't seen that lady come in, so hopefully it's going to go on for a little bit longer. Okay, Crystal, think of 2 questions, yes or no? JD, it's late in the afternoon for me. We're normally out of here by now. I'm just assuming we'll be here till 3 o'clock. If we are, JD, if you're quite happy to pay, and if I can't get the reading done, I will send it via email, a link to a recorded reading, if you're quite happy for that. Yes, it's 2 p.m. right now here. Normally I'm out of here. Oh, his other friend is here. I don't think he's here to play snooker. He might be here for some other reason. Yeah, I'm not too sure. That's curious as to why he's here. All right, so Crystal, think of 2 yes and no's. I'm just wondering why that guy's here. That's odd. He's not dressed for anything, so maybe he dropped in to see him for some other reason. Crystal, your first question is yes, yes, yes. Now, one of the yeses is in reverse. Your second question is yes, yes, and yes again, and one of them's in reverse. All right, so I'll just read out the messages we've got here in front of you, in front of me. You're being told that you can succeed, you need to have the courage, you need to move forward, and you need to be heard. This could be medically speaking, it could be about Shannon, it could be whatever. There's some kind of negotiations coming up. There's being sensitive to something. Possible arguments are around the corner. There's a bit of fear going on here. Someone's acting very vain here in this particular reading. So yeah, somebody's a little bit out off centre there. I don't know if it's male or female, I'm not too sure. And the other thing you're being told is you have the strength to fight through, and you just need to take your missions one at a time, you know? Don't try and do everything at once. Deal with whatever's happening today, and then tomorrow you're up to the next step of whatever you're dealing with. So that's what I've got there for you. If you want to do yes or no, it's maybe yes at this stage. With your second one, it's maybe yes again. You're being told guaranteed success, rewards are coming, change of residence may be happening in the wings. You may be purchasing something or investing in shares or something coming up in the future. Now, if this question was in regards to Shannon, it may be him moving or something like that. There is a travel feel in this reading here. Also, sexual energy, energetic, passionate, spontaneous, impulsive. Also, disadvantage at some point. There is a short-lived success coming up. I don't know if that's to do with work, money, whatever. There's some kind of success, but it doesn't kind of last, whatever it is. There's somebody fearing something. So we've got really positive energy with a kind of a negative feel. If I read this in a positive light, not in reverse, it's just saying victory and success. So I'm just feeling like, be careful what you wish for sometimes. It could be a message to you or to Shannon or whatever it was you were thinking about just then. All right, so that's your reading, your first one done. So what did JD decide? If JD wants a reading, we're going to have to probably do it in a recording. Let me see what's happening with PayPal. No, JD must have decided no. I will be back online tomorrow if you're still listening, JD. Okay, Chris, so this is for Rosalie, and your question was, where is it? I think it was, will she get a job soon or something? Rosalie would like to know, when would she find work? Okay, I'll do my best. I don't usually like doing timing, but I'll try my best with the timing. It'll probably show me what kind of work or who's going to help her or where she should be looking. All right, so we'll set this for 7 and then we'll set it for another 7 because you said to give her the extra time with what I wanted to give you. All right, here we go. Rosalie, I'm talking to Rosalie now. Your reading starts, Crystal, you might want to timestamp this, 36 minutes for Rosalie. Starts at 36 minutes, the reading. All right, here we go, Rosalie. When will Rosalie be getting a job? Okay, 8 is flipped over, which is the job, which is fantastic. So you will be getting a job. When will Rosalie be getting employment? When will she be getting it? When's it coming in? What's going to help her on this journey? So I'm going to put your name down, Rosalie, and then I'm going to do 3 rows of 5 and 3 from the bottom. R-O-S-L-E. Okay, it's a government job, so I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but it's showing me a period of 10. So it may be 10 weeks away, it may be the 10th of February where you get the offer. Make sure you're looking outside of the square because you've got a card that represents a missing document. So this can be that a job that you were going to apply for requires a certificate in engineering, let's say, and you haven't got that certificate or you've only got halfway through it. You're being told to still go for it because I feel that you're going to be successful. You've got double 10s here, you've got king, jack and queen. I feel there's a male-dominated place that you would be looking at, or it's masculine energy for some reason that I'm seeing here. There's something to do with government building, so hospitals, school, university, the army, military, navy, even the, what do you call it over there? We call it the ATO, the taxation department, the IRA, or whatever you call it over there. This is success. Now, what I'm really liking about this job that you're going to be acquiring in 10 weeks time, 10 days time, the 10th of February, it's got something to do with 10 or 20, okay? 10 or 20 weeks, 10 or 20 days, the 10th or the 20th. What I'm really liking about this is you start off with the 7 of diamonds. This is something you planned. This is something you thought about before. It can be coming through from somebody you know from before. So somebody you went to university with, or you used to work with Crystal. Maybe it's coming through from Crystal. The 7 of diamonds is turning into the 10 of diamonds. This means management, advancement, promotion, $7 turning into $10, 70,000 turning into 100,000 in a short space of time. So wherever you've been, I see that you've been very, very stressed and worried and fearful about how you're going to get a job, where you're going to get a job, what are you going to do. There's been some regrets about where you were, that you should have stayed there or you should have found something beforehand, and forget about that. That's past, it's happened. I do see you lay awake at night stressed about where you're going. It's not going to last much longer because you are going places. So let's get on to the 555 reading, move them out the way. So far the timing I'm seeing got something to do with 10 or 20. Now, when I see timing and dates and numbers like that, it could actually be showing me an address. And 10s come out here underneath again. So you've got 3 10s here. It's definitely something to do with 10. 10 weeks, hopefully not 10 months, because I'm sure you're needing a job right now. It might be a 10-month contract. It might be a temporary thing where you're thinking, oh, I'm only going to make $70,000. You're actually going to make $100,000. So there's something quite big here. Or it could be $700, but it's $1,000, you know? Alrighty, your challenges are holding on to the past, regretting things, you're looking in the wrong places at the moment, and you're also not giving yourself credit where credit is due. So instead of focusing on, oh, I haven't got this certificate, or I haven't got the experience with these kind of people, I haven't got the experience in that kind of work, focus on what you have got, not what you haven't got. Again, I'm seeing that there's been something challenging about the jobs that you've been looking for, and you're coming at it from the wrong angle. You're coming at it from, this is the money, this is a contract, this is what I expected, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. Instead of, well, this is what I expect, and this is the money I want, and this is what I have got to contribute. Okay, so a lot of what I'm seeing here depends on your attitude towards where you're going and what you want. Your very first card's out was showing me a distinct thing about government or something official. It can be insurance as well, so I don't know if that's what you've been looking at. The next thing I'm seeing is if you decide to take something on, the initial phases is showing a lack of agreement, a lack of dedication to something. It's sort of like, I don't really think I want to do this. But if you put yourself in there, it's going to be better than expected. This is you happily surprised. This is you more than capable about what they're doing. This is the job itself, the 5 of diamonds. This is you getting nice surprises, and you're very contented with where you are. Now, the 5 can actually represent a male from your past that has an offer for you. Yeah, because that looks like a personal kind of thing there. It looks like a personal offer in regards to work and where you could be. Now, it could actually mean that this job that you're going to go into, you're going to run into somebody that you used to work with or you used to be involved with in some way. Could even be an extended family member, okay? Your outcome cards, you're going to love your outcome cards with this getting a job. You have 6 missing, but it's there, but it's black. So it starts off with, this is the job, this is the responsibilities you've got to do. And at first you're like, I don't know if I fit here. Okay, as expected, I'm going to repeat that. So I'm going to give you an extra 7 minutes. The reading's supposed to be 10 minutes, you're getting 15 minutes. All right, so instead of that, this whole thing turns around. 2, 4, 6, Crystal's had enough readings to know what that's all about. 2, 4, 6, when you're talking about a union between 2 people, is beautiful. It's a marriage, a match made in heaven. 2 people that match each other, take on responsibilities together, work together. We're looking at a working atmosphere. You're getting cards that represent a match made in heaven. You do have your own insecurities and doubts, but you will soon get past that. This is you fitting in with this group of people, feeling that you should have done this ages ago. There's a return to something from the past in a good way. Okay, so maybe when you were at high school, you had a passion for cooking. And this job may be official in government, but you get involved with somebody and you go to a cooking class. That's just an example. It's got nothing to do with what you're asking. I'm just saying there's something that you were passionate about before. And I think I'm going to finish up after this. I think that was the boy leaving. All right. So I'm liking this because you've got a bit of hesitation, a bit of insecurity about what you're good at, what you're not good at, and then you're driven. And you're like, I'm committed. So it started off where you're not sure whether you want to stay there, you want to leave. Now the 2s were there. It could mean that something's coming up in February and you think that it's not going to be right, but then it happens because you've got a red 2 here. Now your reading underneath is showing me the 10 of Hearts. It's showing me you. This is representing you as the working woman, the happy woman, it can be sexual energy and everything like that. Your whole reading is showing me something to do about engagement, love, stability, long-term commitment, and soulmate. Just throwing that out there because you've got a personal reading coming through in here. And any health-related matters look very good turning around if there's somebody not well at the moment. All right, let's get on to the next part of the reading. We'll look at some tarots now. Show me Rosalie and Rosie. You like being called Rosie? I have a friend in spirit called Rosie. We were friends from a very young age. And just as I said that, the card that represent the memories and the past just flipped over. It's crazy how the cards will tap in. Okay, so Rosie, when will you be getting this job? I'm looking for double numbers. I didn't look at what that was that just flipped. You're much desired, you're sought after. Now, funny enough, you've got, I don't know if you know anything about tarots, you've got the Empress, the Ace of Wands, and the Lovers. Now, the Empress and the Ace of Wands in regards to work, this is where somebody wants you. More than one person wants you. Multi-talented. So don't give up on things. If there's a job requirement and you tick all the boxes bar one, don't give up on that because of that one box, because there's something you have that can contribute to that job. And it's showing me somebody multi-talented and sought after. But then you have the Lovers. So this sequence turns into something to do with a connection to somebody, a love made in heaven, you know? This is really nice energy. It's also to do with fertility, babies and new starts, signing the contract and being very balanced with things. Okay, now you may be involved with a business that has something to do with the stars, something to do with Venus in the name, or the name of the street, or the building, or the contract, and Gemini as well. It may be the name of the contract, or a street, or a building. So I'm trying to work this into the reading because it's about work, okay? There's definitely a pregnancy thing here in this reading. I know that's not what you're asking about. Pregnancy can be the new start, totally developing something new, nothing to do with an actual baby developing. If there is a baby developing situation in your personal life, it's telling me about surgery and things like that. So that would be cesarean. Somebody close to you, there's something to do with fertility, babies and cesarean, and a lot of fear around the whole thing, but it's going to be fine. All right, what have we got over here? There's something to do with travel backwards and forwards within a job. The double cards we have are 8, 9, ace. You've got 2 aces, which is signing contracts. So that's telling me it's something that's going to be a revolving door. What I mean by that is whatever contract you sign and whatever you're doing, it looks like you're signing a 1-year contract. And then to me, it looks like through whatever you're doing, you're going to move forward to something else. You have double 2s here, so I feel something's coming up in February, an offer. You will be stressing yourself. The confidence is not there. Ooh, okay, Chris. She is a Gemini. Okay, so this is her. So this is the Empress. This is her being solid with her choices moving forward, signing the contract, and this would be her then, the Gemini. She is Gemini. She needs to utilize her Gemini-ness. Geminis are very multi-talented. Geminis are hot and they're cold. I feel that she could do anything. If she puts her mind to it, she could do anything that she's asked. She will be overloaded. Rosalie, you will be overloaded, unfortunately. But I do feel you're telling people, not today, I'm busy. You will be getting over your stresses and your fears. The job will be coming in. Do not let somebody else take the wool from under you. You've got something about somebody stealing your thunder. Do not let them steal your thunder. Put your case forward. You are the person they need. You will be toasting the celebration of getting this job. You will be right where you need to be. You will again be celebrating and working with people that appreciate your time and your energies. You will be very stressed when you first start. I can't do this, Crystal. I don't want to be there. I don't feel like I've got the right stuff. That won't last for very long. You're going to be traveling for some reason, so I don't know if this job is at a certain distance, or whether you're dealing with people overseas for some reason, or you have to travel month to month or something. You will be abundantly happy with what happens, and you will be given options coming up. Okay, that is the end of the reading, Rosalie. Congratulations, I feel that you've got the job. I feel it's something to do with 10 weeks or 2 months, so 8 to 10 weeks. I also feel that the offer will come through in February, so that's not too far away. If you're really lucky, it's not 10 weeks, it's 10 days, which would take us into February. So yeah, congratulations. I'm going to congratulate you now. It looks like it's going to be smooth sailing, and the only problem I see is you not having the confidence within yourself to put things forward. Okay, so it does look very good, and congratulations to whoever it is that is pregnant, because there is a big strong thing coming through. It may be an unplanned pregnancy, and it may be fears around the pregnancy, and also it does look like cesarean birth if it all goes ahead. I didn't see baby boy or girl, so it might not have happened yet. The person may not be pregnant just yet. Okay, so I want you to think about 2 situations. I'm going to give you an energy read on those situations. Think about a question, yes or no. So you might say, will I be working with blah, blah, blah in the near future? Or you might want to say, is such and such pregnant? Anyway, whatever you want to question, doesn't matter. It can be about job, can be about anything. And Chris, we're going okay for time. It is 20 past 2. I still haven't seen any movement over there. That was a different person that walked out because they've just walked back in. I just need a good drink. All right, we're going to do the 2 questions. Crystal, do you know Rosalie's star sign at all? Getting a really sore throat, dry mouth, dry throat. Because I'll pull the middle cards, will just be general messages for you, Rosalie. Anyway, good luck. You must be an amazing person, because you're a friend of Crystal. She's just one of the most amazing persons I've met. Very multi-talented, lovely, beautiful looking individual. I seen someone on TV that reminded me of you again. Every time I see them, I'm just like, oh, Crystal, Crystal, Crystal. Is that Hailey Barry? Hailey Barry with she had longer hair in something. It was just an advertisement thing that came up. I think it was her. I don't know. I mean, I see Donna Summer all the time because I listen to her music all the time. Okay, I'm doing your questions. Oh, you told me she was Gemini. See? See my brain? Okay, so we have Gemini taken from the middle. There's Gemini. All right, so your first question, yes or no? We have yes, yes, yes. Very, very positive energy. We have you being courageous and fighting the fight and stipulating your case. There's a lot of work, and there's negotiating contracts coming up for you. We have balance finally coming back in, harmony. All the sacrifices you've been making are finally starting to show. There may be some kind of legal matter going on around you, or you may be working with something legal here. Also, we got celebration with the 3 of Cups here, friends gathering, feasting, having a party, graduating. It can represent pregnancy and fertility as well. All right, your second question, we have maybe, no, and maybe. So it's a maybe kind of situation we're getting here. There's something very inconsistent here. There is some kind of disappointment going on with the plan. Not to worry, it will turn itself around. We've also got where you need to emotionally disconnect from something and let it go. Indulging in the past or feeling remorse or guilt or whatever it may be, it's just telling you that it's time to deal with whatever that emotion is and say, okay, this thing happened, this is how I feel about it, and I'm letting it go now. Okay, so that's what's coming up. And lastly, you may actually be regretting something because you're missing out on an opportunity. It's like what I keep seeing through the reading. If there is a particular job, let's say you want to apply to work at NASA, but you haven't had particular training, have a good look. Because if something's coming towards you, it's your spirit energies trying to tell you, reach out in that direction. You don't know what the surprise is going to be. But I do feel eventually something's coming your way. Lastly, Gemini, if anybody else is watching this reading and you are Gemini, yes or no question, and a bit of energy of what's going on around Gemini at the moment. Okay, Gemini, you've got maybe, yes, and yes. Okay, so it's a maybe yes situation for Gemini at the moment. You're about to embark on a new adventure. Someone, a young male, has an offer for you. He may be a bit of a dreamer. It may just be a pleasurable offer, but it may be something else to do with work and that, because we got money. We got working together in a team coming up for Gemini. And your determination will get you very many places. Okay, so that is Rosalie, and last on the table we have, did I do Rocky's yes and no? I did. It was about the work thing, because I'm just thinking I haven't wrote it down here, and I just remembered we did it just before we started your reading, didn't we, Chris? Okay, Chris, your last reading for the day, and we are finished, and hopefully I've got enough time here. Here we go, Chris. So this is a update on Larry. Show me what's going to happen in February with the connection between Larry and Crystal. What's Larry got planned? What's Larry going to do about everything? Is his name Larry, or is that shortened from something? Because I can't think what it is. Some people call people Larry. It's like, I know somebody that calls himself Harry, but their name, it's their last name, and it's a big, long Greek name. Their name's not Harry at all. Anyway, here we go. Larry and February with Crystal. Yeah, that's just his name, straight up. You know how some people like, I remember my father-in-law used to call somebody Fran, and the name wasn't Fran at all, you know, had nothing to do with that. Or even his name was actually John, but everybody called him Barry. Here we go, Larry. What's Larry want? Larry has fear that you have somebody else. One of these guys is Larry, and one of these guys is not. And he has fear here. He sits at home and thinks, she hasn't replied to me because she's talking to somebody else, there's something else going on. He does have a jealousy card, so is he jealous? Is he what you would call a jealous man? Because this can be somebody that they're trying to work out a plan because they want to put a ring on the finger. They want to have you, they want to be with you, they want to do something with you. I just feel, hey there Sky, how are you going? It's actually, oh you love me, thank you. It's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. All right, and thank you for your lovely messages. Oh, you've made my day, Sky, whoever you are, thank you. All right, we may have to block those messages if you keep flooding the screen, but thank you anyway. What's Larry got planned? Sitting at home, worried about things, being a bit jealous, trying to make a plan that's not going to come off. This is not his plan. He does tend to get a bit jealous. He's got cards that represent somebody sitting at home and they're going, this is not what I signed up for. This is not the journey I'm supposed to be on with Crystal. What happened to our engagement ring? What happened to making a plan for the future? It's gone south. Okay, so let's do the 555. Larry and Crystal in February. He wants to reach out. He wants things to work. You didn't say whether you actually did communicate back after that last reading I did. You said depending on the reading you were contemplating whether you were going to reply or not, so I don't know if you did. Sorry, Sky, I know you were just being nice, but yeah. Alright, here's you. He sees you as the Queen of Hearts. He wants to make plans, so in February he's going to work out, hey Crystal, do you want to meet me? Or I've got tickets to the blah blah blah, do you want to come with me? I just feel he's getting very, very frustrated in February. This is somebody that's like frustrated, pissed off, what's going on. Now, this could represent another male and he's extremely jealous. Maybe he sees a photograph on Facebook. Maybe he goes to the shop and he sees you talking to somebody, a neighbour or something, and doesn't know who it is. I just feel he's a little bit lost there in translation. Now, this also can be where he reaches out to talk to you and then he goes silent and he just talks crap basically, or he doesn't talk at all. Alright, moving forward, what he plans in February, I'm liking this. I don't know if you're going to like it. This is what he's got planned. This is normally a marriage. 10 of Diamonds is the marriage, the celebration. Ace of Hearts is the two people connected at the heart. 2 of Diamonds is making a commitment to somebody. 9 of Diamonds is wishes coming true and love. And 6 of Diamonds is the doing the right thing. What's he going to do in February? It looks like he's going to come out of his shell and he's wanting this with you. He's wanting love, marriage, connection, but the outcome is shot down in flames. Here's you. I think this may be you saying, if we do this, this is what I expect from you. I can't have you disappearing and, you know, I'm not gonna do this. So I don't know if you're saying no, because then we've got this young energy, rushed energy, saying I don't feel like I fit in, and then there's some other female sitting here. I'm wondering whether this female here is you, both of them. That he's getting 2 different sides of you, or he thinks about you in 2 different ways, and it's not actually another female, because I'm not picking up on a third party or nothing like that. I am on your side. I'm picking up that there's other male attention there, and he's jealous about that. I like the middle row about Larry and February. So there does look like you may be meeting up with him. It does look like talking the talk, but is that all it is, Crystal? Because this is like usually means that no thank you. And you're quite adamant that you're saying no thank you with that. And then this is him, the little boy that needs to grow up, or saying, do you want to go with me somewhere? Do you want to travel with me? And you're just sort of like, that's not going to help me. It's not going to work. So this is the 2 of you having some kind of discussion. So it does look like there's a discussion. Yeah, shot down in flames. That's what I was going to say that. It looks like shot down in flames. Bottom of the deck, what he's got planned. The little boy energy, the sneaky energy. He wants to offer you something. He wants to buy you a gift or buy you dinner or something. But again, we've got this negative kind of, you know what, Larry? I don't know. So it's not looking too healthy, Crystal. Not looking too healthy. It looks like for a brief moment, it could be. But how many promises has there been? Not just now in the recent months, but before, when he's tried this before. Has he come true, or has he been the same repetitive kind of thing in a negative way? All right, now let's do the tarot, and then we're finished for the day, guys. We'll pack up. We'll do I'll just shuffle these and get these questions out and put this to one side. What happened with JD? Yeah, you've lost trust in it. You know how they say you can hit a dog once or twice and that, but eventually that dog will bite back. When somebody hits the trust line and ruins the trust, you can do it once and maybe they'll forgive you and things move on. You can do it again and maybe they'll forgive you, but they do it again, you're just sort of like, ah. Anyway, this is your 2 questions and we'll do, what's Larry's star sign? We'll do Larry's star sign in the middle. Let's just see what's around him. All right, so first question from the top, second question from the bottom. Middle is Larry's star sign. What star sign? I'll just leave that there until you say it. All right, now this is a quick read on the tarots. Sagittarius, okay. 1, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Okay, we've got those cards all out ready to go. Show me a quick reading, top and bottom. Oh no, we can do 333. 333. What's Larry's plans in February with Crystal? What's he want to do? And what will happen? What's his plans? He's overloaded. You don't know what to do. Yeah, he sees you as the desired one, the Queen of Hearts. He wants to have love and affection. He wants you. She, to me, is like the caregiver. You taking care of him. You looking after him. You being by his side no matter what. It could be a support type thing. All right, let's keep going. Impulsive actions in February. Okay. All right, so first up, his challenges are you. His challenges are confusion, overload, doesn't know what to do. And the 6 of Pentacles, giving you something but not giving you himself. So basically he went off the radar and expected that you're just going to sit there, and then when you get a message 2 weeks later and everything's Christmas and New Year's is gone, you're going to go, oh, it's Larry. Oh, how wonderful. No. Got this 6 of Pentacles energy here that you don't give enough. Too much, too late. Too little, too late. You know? I feel that that's what he's up against. That it's overwhelmed you, and you know, you're not going to be one of these people that sit around in the background waiting for little pennies to come in. So I feel that's what he's up against. That's his problem area. What he's going to try and achieve is the world, trying to get things out and about, and because this can be about success and victory. He wants everything to happen. He's trying to manifest what he wants. He's trying to trust in his own instincts about what to do about things, but he's also going to try and tempt you with, you know, the devil. He's trying to manipulate things, trying to get things to happen that probably are not going to happen. It can be an illusion. 3 major arcana is about where he's trying to go with you in February. We've got this... The first thing I thought of was somebody sulking, sitting in their room sulking when I picked up the Hermit. I just feel like he's going to go, oh, if I try this, I try messaging her, she's not replying. He's going to try and be strong and take control of the situation, say, Crystal, I want you to talk to me. Come outside or come out down the road or whatever. That he's going to try and force the issue of what he wants. And he's going to make some impulsive decisions here about where things are going. Now, the impulsive decisions could be you, shooting it down in flames, whatever. Underneath what Larry's got planned, you are the Empress. He wants you. He wants you in his world. He's giving an option here. He wants to say, this is what we should do. What do you think? What's your journey? What do you want? But then we've got this player energy, this person that's offering something. How about we just have fun with each other for a while? So we've gone from a reading that shows somebody that possibly wants to put a ring on the finger still, wants to have you forever, to somebody that's saying, all right, what about we be friends and we go out with each other and we have some fun? So that's what we're getting. Okay, end of the reading now, as promised. We've got our questions laid out here. First question, think about it in your mind. Crystal, what do we got? If you wanted yes or no, you got no, no, and maybe. This is unrealistic expectations sitting here. Something that's just not quite right is sitting there around you. Feeling disappointed, some sort of regrets, emotional regrets, sadness, heartbreak, abandonment, loneliness. I feel somebody's being persistent and then they're just regretting things. I don't think this is your energy at all. I don't see you as somebody that would mope around and feel like regrets and negative emotions. I think that you're a kind of person that you make your choice and you're happy with that choice and you live with that choice. We've also got confusion, some sort of insecurity going on here, some kind of illusion. I don't like these three cards. So I don't know what your question was just then, whether it was in regards to Larry. It just looks like somebody crawling on bended knees trying to get something to happen that's just not working. Your second question, yes or no? Yes, yes, and yes. Very positive energy now, so I don't know what your second question was. We got Six of Wands, victory. We've got the Knight of Wands, impulsive adventures, sexual energy coming in, a young, spontaneous person, very much passion, desire. Could be a new job and everything, Crystal. Guaranteed success. Your rewards are really, they're just around the corner. They're nearly here. Now, this was for Larry's star sign, which you said was Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I was about to say Gemini, but that was Rosalie. All right, Larry has, ask a question for Larry. He's got maybe, yes, and yes, so it's a maybe situation. He's got, because these were all in reverse, so this is maybe, this is confusion. Being narrow-minded, lack of support, and being very inconsistent. Sounds like somebody I know. Jealousy, feeling like there's opposition in love or business for Sagittarius, and also doing some kind of work for love and understanding, not for anything you're going to get out of it. So this is nice. This is a selfless kind of card where somebody's, also it says somebody not finishing what they started. Inconsistent. Anyway, that's what we have. I can see a clear winner looking at the two different readings there. It was a good idea to separate the readings on those two individuals with a different style of reading so we didn't get the crossed energies. So I like that, Crystal. So in future, if we're looking at two separate people or two separate jobs, maybe suggest to me that we do a mini reading or something in between it to take the energy away from that circumstance. So if we're looking at Uprise and we're looking at Avante, I can't remember the name of the other one, but yeah, if we're looking at the two different jobs, maybe it's good to look at something in between. All right, even if I look at a question for myself in between to take it away from that energy. All right, yeah, it was a good idea. Thank you. All right, guys, that's it. We're finished for the day. Thank you to everybody that donated. Thank you to everybody that's hung in there. Allegra, I knew it started with an A. I was going to say Alida, Avante. Avante used to be a company that someone I know worked for here in Australia. I don't even know if they exist anymore. All right, I'm out of here, guys. So I should be back online, same place tomorrow, same time. I think he's playing all day with the same person tomorrow, and then that's Wednesday tomorrow for me. And then my Thursday, we will be here, but I'll only be online probably for an hour and a half on Thursday, if I get online at all. So definitely tomorrow I should be here. The only reason I won't be online tomorrow is if this room has music playing in it, or there's an event on in the room next to me, or I just can't get online for whatever reason. So everybody, I'm out of here. Chris, I'm surprised that this is working, because I just looked up and it only had 1 bar, and normally 1 bar means that the signal, oh, now it's just gone boom and it's bumped right up to 3 bars again. All right, I'm out of here, guys. It's been a long day. I'm not normally online and doing readings this long. I haven't done this kind of session since I worked from home. Anyway, I've got all my gym gear on, all my walking gear, so I'm hoping when we leave here we're going to go for a walk today. Get a nice 4-kilometre walk in would be good. I don't know what the weather's doing, but it looks like it's all right out there. Okay, take care, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you, Chris. Take care. Bye.